Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here for the offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Waiting to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A first down for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Oh, the ball's out on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Trying to get to him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback checking off.
Yeah.
Trying to find his man on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The give to the tailback. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll keep it on the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
The play action fake. Fires left. Got him, and nobody's close. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to pass on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Got a man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Steps away. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires into the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
And that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is ready to move those sticks for the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
He's going to get loose. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Washington right back to the line. The snap sets up to throw. Gets rid of it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's looking for a man on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Using his feet. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay off.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the single back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. It's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Skips away from pressure. The throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Rifles it down the middle. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They want to just keep throwing it. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. I think nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
He's going up top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
On 3rd down, going up top. Dances away from the heat. He'll take another shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
On the option. He'll toss it. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. A jet sweep pass. And he'll be brought down.
The ball carrier is the running back. Gain of 12. It's now 2nd and goal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here comes the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Washington, 35. Oklahoma State, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Extending the play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box.
Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Washington wants to go quickly.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cowboys! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington.
Time to take a shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Handoff to the single back. The Cowboys are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the 50 yards. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. Going over the top. And the ball is picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Leaves it with the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Washington 42, Oklahoma State 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it down the left side. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskies. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Grabbed by the kicking team.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Motion from the offense. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Makes the grab. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that defense is out there, they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has
snatches it on the right. Can anyone catch him? And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That's one way to avoid a safety. Just get it to the other end of the field, and that's what they did. They've got it 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. That's a live ball. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Hey, that's not how you draw it up. But how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
PAT unit on the field. And it's perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up 14 over James Madison. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, he'll fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat.
Oh, what'd you say?
Up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here.
Oh, tell him I said GG's.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Receiver.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted.
Yeah, that's my dad.
The route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. They'll run play action. Now adjusting. He'll let it go down the right.
Bro, why the fuck did he go over the 20? The fucking throw.
And they've got a big play.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
defense.